Excuse that loud scraping sound. I think Pew Pew was moving furniture or something. But hello, it's that time again. It's time for XGR, the XPound Gaming Radio. I am your host for this Gamescom special, Chriz, aka the Mole. Joining me as usual is the sad gamer Richter,
Hello.
and Anastasia Pew Pew Lazerbeam.
Woo!
And this week we're going to talk about Gamescom with the news and the discussion. So, what do you guys think? Because I realised we hadn't settled this before we went to record. Do you reckon we go with Gamescom then catch up, or catch up then Gamescom?
Yeah, probably catch up first.
Okay, we're going to go with catch up first, which is the games we played this week, and then we're going to go to our discussion, which is Gamescom 2014. Which is perfect for me to host because I'm European.
Woo! Yeah, Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, I'm a peon. But this week, I'll go first. I've played 2 games this week. Obviously, because we only talk about 2. Castlevania 2. Or Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, I should point out. Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Pretty good, and I've got the costumes and stuff, so now I've been playing as... I put the DLC costume of Armored Dracula on, so I'm in black, and then Dark Dracula, so I get the white hair and look evil, and you can have them both on at once, which is kind of cool. So you could be Dark Armored Dracula, which is cool. The intro, I will say the intro pretty much tells you the entire story of Mirror of Fate, thus rendering it almost pointless.
Wow.
However, Mirror of Fate's still worth playing. It's just for the gameplay and stuff, but...
Right.
Yeah. But so far, it's pretty cool. I know some people didn't like the fact it went to modern day, and some people didn't like stealth that they added and all this other crap, but I liked it. I've already bought the DLC that'll let me play as Alucard and stuff, so that'll be pretty cool when I get to it. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I will admit, this game did something the other one didn't as much. This game was like, you're playing as Dracula, you're going to have to drink blood. And this is kind of funny, but they decided, okay, there's going to be more blood in this game. So instead of just putting in a little bit more blood, they just went balls to the walls with it. And they went full gore. Like, to open up a door, you slash your wrist and fill the hole with blood. Get a collectible, you slash your wrist across this blade, fill the vase with blood, and then you get a collectible rises up.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Some enemies, even guys in mech suits, when you finish them off by biting them, they explode into blood and just go blood everywhere. It's overly gory in a Mortal Kombat-like way, however, it kind of works. The story's still pretty damn cool, though, and I do enjoy it, and I love how they played with some of the tropes of this series so far, if that makes sense, because the first one was more God of War. This one's still got the God of War element, but they've added stealth and more platforming Prince of Persia style puzzles, if that makes sense, like how do I get from point A to point B, which is kind of cool. There was also enemies like... Spoiler alert, the Queen of the Vampires from the first one comes back as a human witch in this one. And you fall for it and bite into her neck when she asks you to and start to want to fuck her. She laughs evilly and disappears and tells you you've been poisoned. What you've been poisoned with is something where you can't take a certain amount of damage. How is this different to health? What this means is... with the health, you can heal. However, with the damage, because it's purple, you've still taken the damage, it doesn't matter. And when you've taken a certain amount of damage, instead of dying, what happens is you then get a cutscene, like she said, of when you've taken a certain amount of damage, you become a slave. You get a cutscene of Dracula just fall to his knees and look up at her as she just like laughs and walks off of him. Which was weird, but kind of cool. There was also something I couldn't figure out, and I got wrong multiple times, and multiple times ended up getting enslaved, was because she turned into my dead wife when my dead wife got resurrected, thus became my wife. Something. But she pretended to be hurt, and then you get told you have to drink from your wife, and it will cure the evilness from the witch, basically. And it's a 50-50 chance, and I couldn't figure out how to figure it out, so I just went, okay, fine. Bit the right one, wrong. Okay, bit the left one, wrong. So okay, from what I can tell here, it swaps every time. So I just went and bit the left one again and got it right.
Wow.
But like I said, I'm enjoying Castlevania 2. It's pretty cool. The other game I played this week is Gran Turismo 5. I literally bought that today. I've been enjoying that. I will say the servers shut down for it, like we know, which means most of the features of the games don't work because there's so much emphasis on online, and you can't do the online shit. However, the offline stuff's still pretty fun. I've been racing like fuck. I've been winning trophies and in different cups and stuff, which is kind of cool. You get to pick your own outfit. You get to customize shitloads on your car. They've even added something. I think this one was the one that added it, unless that was in 4 and I just couldn't remember. Basically, there's now A spec and B spec driving. A spec, you drive the car. B spec, you create another driver, or you place him in the car, and you give him voice commands on the headset, like go faster, like hold your pace, overtake, and basically you're like the pit crew or team captain giving instructions, and that person has to go around and race for you. Kind of cool. I kind of like that, but I like Gran Turismo 5. I'm gonna have to get the 6th one eventually. Because I like the 5th one, but I'd also like to access some of these online features because they do sound cool.
Yeah.
But that's why I played this week.
Cool.
Over to whichever one of you two beautiful ladies wants to go next.
I don't know.
Richter just remained quiet. I was like, right, you just remained quiet because I said beautiful ladies. You were like, nope.
Well, I was giving ample time if Stacy wanted to go first to see if she did, and if not, I was going to jump in.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were just like, nope, I'm not going to let him call me a lady. Nope.
I actually thought of doing like a really bad Princess Peach impression from Smash Brothers.
Nice.
You should always be like, "Oh, did I win?" Like that stupid bimbo stuff she says. So I thought of doing something like that.
A bad Princess Peach from Smash Bros. Impression. What, are you going to pull Marcus Shadow out as a shield?
No, I'm going to have a little Marcus Shadow that floats around the screen and can somewhat act independently. And I'm going to sweep my wig to the side.
Nice.
I was going to say hair, and then I was like, I can't say that. I'll just get made fun of. So I was like, wig, done. Anyway, go ahead, Stacy. Sorry.
Alright, so I played 2 games this week. First one I played was Continuing Mass Effect 2. And it's funny how I got all the personal quests almost like at the same time. So, because usually after a mission or whatever, I talk to all of my people, I do a mission, talk, see if they have any new dialogue. But, like, literally after, like, what was it? I think it was the Horizon mission, like, everybody's personal quests opened up, and I'm like, wow, we've got some really depressed people. Like, everyone has their problems all at the same time. Like, I've never had it. It was always spread out, you know? You do one mission, one person tells you, you go off, but apparently I haven't, like, ignored them or something, and now everybody's like, I have this problem. Okay, whatever, I'll go solve it. I'll go talk to Miranda. I have this problem. Okay, I'll go talk to Jack. I have this problem. And it's like, go talk to Tally. I'm being accused of treason. It's like, is anybody having a good day today? No? Okay. You know, it's a really bad day for me. If I was Commander Shepard, I'd be pissed. And you're like, the next person who talks to me, like, what the fuck do you want, huh? What, you want me to go homeworld and rescue some stupid bitch? You want me to go get some kind of collectible for you? Like, if that was me, I would have such a horrible day, like that one particular day on the ship. I'm like, what the fuck do you want now? You know, that's how I'd approach everybody.
Sorry, I can't solve your problems today. I'm buying fish.
I need a hamster.
That's the one thing after every mission, I always feed my
awesome.
fish. Every mission, always feed my fish. Then I'll talk to people. Fish first.
Space hamster's awesome.
I love my space hamster. It's so cute.
He needs a spin-off game.
Yeah.
Hamster effect.
Yes.
So the other game I've been playing is World of Warcraft. the free version, and you ask why am I playing this? I have no idea. I really don't know.
Because the price was right?
Yeah, I'm doing the free version, I guess. But my sister said she was going to get into it, and she was going to play it, so I said, okay, if she's going to play it, I don't want to be like a giant noob, and I started playing it. And I'm still playing it. It's okay. I'm not, like, drawn into it, like, oh my god, take 3 hours. I kind of play it, like, maybe 15 minutes to half an hour at a time. Yeah, so pretty much...
You don't spend every minute of every day of every night on there just so you can level up and be like, haha, look at me, I'm a level 60. Bow before my awesomeness. I thought that was how you meant to play the game.
Well, like, the quests aren't even that interesting. Like, all the quests are, hey, you, kill 60 of these things, and every third time you kill one, they'll drop a thing. And sometimes that thing will be a perfect thing. And go collect 40 perfect things, and then return. And it's like, that's basically...
Which faction are you?
Oh, faction? What does that even mean?
Horde or Alliance?
I think I'm Alliance.
What race are you?
I'm, the... Something that ends with an I. The Dragnii.
Oh, the Dragnii? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I remember there was a quest on that side where it's like, go get pig spleens. And for some reason, every pig you kill, it was only in like every fourth one would have a spleen. I'm like, I don't know how these things live if they don't have all their organs.
But then you can't just get any spleen. You can have like a broken spleen. You have to get the perfect spleen.
Well, my favorite one though was on the Horde side where there was one to get hooves off of basically like zebra, and they're clearly standing on 4 of them. But it was like every fourth one would drop one, and I'm like, they're standing on 4 of them.
That's because you need to remember your characters in World of Warcraft, whoever you are, your character is really stupid. So like if you go after to kill a pig with a spleen, you accidentally like run your sword through, and you're like, oh, I ruined another one. It's cool. I'll get on the next one.
But I'll tell you, the only way or reason I chose the character that I did was I found the only not ugly character. Both Alliance and Horde, I guess it's called. I found the one race that's not as ugly as all the other ones.
The Squidbeard people.
We'll say World of Warcraft, in my opinion, had one of the worst communities.
Oh, I haven't talked to anybody. I'm kind of want to keep it that way.
I'm not trying to pick arguments or anything like that with that, if anyone's listening who plays World of Warcraft, but I know like when I was playing in something like that and I saw people do it and then I got higher up and I kept getting high up and I still saw people doing it. It got to the point where someone would be like level 1 and be like, oh, could you tell me how to do this? You don't know how to play the game already? Noob. And I'm like, you were that way like 59 levels ago.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to one person I talked to, and then I decided not to talk to any more people.
Yeah.
So, or something.
Like, and it's weird, because like on World of Warcraft, the way it was going, from what I was seeing, like level 6s were looking down their nose at anyone who weren't level 6. And then above them were looking down their nose at them, and so forth. It's like, these games, MMOs, in my opinion, are much better when the community helps each other.
Yeah.
Because if you have a player that's just starting off and he's new, if you help, I don't know, for lack of a better term, nurture him, he could end up being one of the players you end up going on raids with in a few days' time after he's got to the max level.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, wait, you haven't wasted your entire life playing this game? Wait, you have a social life? Boo.
Boo this man.
You unholy person.
Yeah, pretty much, because I got in this one conversation with someone, the one person I talked to in the game before I decided never to talk to anyone again, is I mentioned that I also like the cosplay or whatever, and he was like, oh my god, I hate you now, I actively hate you, grow the fuck up, I can't believe you cosplay, that's such a waste of time and money, and I'm like, really? This from someone who has a full version of World of Warcraft? Like, he's like level like 90 some shit, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure you had it for a while, you're telling me I'm wasting money? Like...
Oh, to be fair,
you didn't tell him you were actually a girl. At least I hope you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a girl, yeah.
Oh, no.
I told him the same thing.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I told him the same thing. Is it wrong, Rick? I just wanted to feel beautiful.
Hey, what's wrong with you being a girl?
Well, it's funny how different people usually treat you in an online game. Even if you're not female, if you just say you are, like, a lot of times they're more helpful.
Oh, I saw that. There was a woman, there was a girl I was playing World of Warcraft with, and she was actually, doing the voice communication and shit using, I
Right.
think, TeamSpeak we were using at the time, with the girl
Uh-huh.
was using. And she would be on that speaking, and it was fucking stupid. Like, I actually heard someone literally go fucking ignore every single person on there and go and help kill something that was attacking her that was like a low level that she already killed anyway. And I was like, don't worry, honey, I've saved you. And I'm like,
Wow.
no! You've almost left everyone to die.
To
Yeah.
impress a girl that won't even talk to you.
To impress a girl that was probably like, you bastard, you just stole my kill.
Yeah.
But you always get...
She's like, I know how to play. I'm a higher level than you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I saved you, honey.
Yeah, it's like, it always makes me laugh how stuff like that works. Like we mentioned in the past, like PC gamers look down their nose at console gamers, who look down their nose at like iOS gamers. It's like, it still makes me laugh. Like when you hear PC gamers be like, "Pho, you're playing a game on like an iOS. Pho. So what? You're only going to spend a couple of pounds for your games? You're only going to play once or twice?" And I'm like, isn't that your entire Steam catalog?
Yeah. You paid money for stuff you're never going to play.
That is so true. I just spend so much money on things that I can't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
God, I
Dishonored,
play
because all of that damn stealth.
Awesome. I thought I could play them, but it was not to be.
Yeah, but what have you played this week, Ricky?
Is that all she played? I can't. Okay.
The first game was Mass Effect, second was...
Oh, that's right. It was. Okay, I just remember World of Warcraft. Okay. First thing I played this month, or this week, sorry. Played a lot more than one thing this month. But thanks to that Redbox things I mentioned last week, where they had the free rentals for a day, I tried out Wolfenstein: The New Order. I don't know if Stacy would like that because there are parts where there's stealth and you can stealth a lot in that game, so she might not like it. However,
Sounds like
that
stealth is an option there, so I wouldn't mind it. I don't like when stealth is forced upon me and goes, no!
yeah, no, you can.
More stealth.
There was a
You can
stealth game.
totally Rambo that game, but no, it's actually really fucking cool. Just how the stealth works, I feel like some of the people from Dishonored worked on it, because you can actually do the lean like from Dishonored. So like you can go behind you don't take cover like a cover shooter. It's like old school where you just kind of hide behind a wall, and you just strafe out shoot. But you can like lean out, which is really cool. And you can and what I like was that there were perks based off what you do. So like the more times you shot, like with headshots and whatever, you could get perks for shooting. And if you did stealth kills, you could get like a thrown knife, so you could stealth kill at a distance and stuff. And I didn't think I'd like it that much, but it's actually really freaking cool.
How's the story?
Because
I realized that's all one big story mode.
Oh, yeah, it's what I did of it, I only did like 2 or so chapters. But it's kind of cool because it starts during like World War II, and then this is a small spoiler for the end of like the prologue. But there's a part where there's 2 characters, and the evil guy basically he's gonna kill one of them, and you pick which one he kills, and then it basically splits into 2 timelines. So depending on who you save, you get like different levels and different like skills you can learn. Like the guy I saved, I guess he taught me. I'm not sure because there was no time to teach me. But like I can like hotwire stuff. So like I can go to electrical boxes and I can hit the wires together and it'll like open doors and stuff. I don't know what the other guy does, but I think it's kind of cool that there's like 2 almost separate storylines.
Nice.
Based off who you save, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty freaking cool.
Is it accessible to people that haven't played the other Wolfensteins? Because it's been years since I played them. I can't remember any story to it.
To me, it was because I played. I guess I did play some of the other ones. I played 3D a little bit. I never like beat it or anything because I wasn't too good at that way back in the infancy of first-person shooters. And I played a little bit of whatever the one, I think it was 3, whichever one was on the original Xbox. I played a little bit of that with my friend, but that was, good lord, like 16 years ago. But yeah, I think it's all self-contained. It's really just the general idea of you're a guy fighting Nazis that's really Wolfenstein-y about it. It doesn't seem linked to the other ones.
Ah, cool.
Because I'm not even sure the villain's Hitler. It's like some other guy. Like I don't know if they made it up to kind of be different. Well, also, oh yeah, I suppose I should mention this too. Oh, with the story is at the end of the prologue, basically something happens. I won't ruin it. It's actually kind of cool. But then it kind of time jumps a little forward. So the main character kind of has to. He's basically been placed. It's not like a time travel thing, but he's basically in an alternate 1960 where like the Nazis won. So it starts in World War II, but then it kind of moves to this alternate reality, and I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So there's like, giant machinations and all this, not like steampunk, but almost that kind of realm. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, like a fake future where Nazis, like America, surrendered and shit because they had giant death walkers and like lasers and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Definitely waiting for that game to get cheap so I can buy it because I had a lot of fun with it.
See, I saw that cheap the other day over here on PS4, and I was gonna pick it up, and I was like, I wondered what it was actually like first, because I was like, ugh. I kind of wish more games did demos.
Yeah, they really should. But the other one I played, Mo will find this familiar. I played a little bit of Murdered Soul Suspect.
Never heard of that.
Never. But yeah, that game. Did you beat it? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I beat it. I didn't find all the collectibles.
Yeah, some of those are.
I did look.
Really, yeah. Some parts. The only collectible I really had trouble finding was like the writings that the girl did. I found like 2 of those because like I don't know. They didn't like glow or anything. But yeah, that game's actually pretty fun. I just started the Insane Asylum, which
Nice.
I think isn't quite halfway through, but it's almost.
I like that game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd say the only thing it really needs is a fucking map. I got so lost wandering around for stuff. So I'm like, oh, there's a something there to reveal. Oh, okay, I revealed that. Oh, I collected that, and go over here and go. And I'm like, where the hell am I? It's like, okay, I'm supposed to solve how this guy was drunk and crashed his car, and if he was the one driving it. And I'm like, where was he? Like, I go to the gas station. Okay, here's where the ghosts are that explain this. Now, where was he so I can tell him that he's fine?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just kept getting fucking lost, and then I would like, go through a whole area, and like the police station, and you have to find like the muskets or whatever to uncover that like side story thing. And I found like all but one, and I was like, damn it! And then I like wander through the whole place, like I don't know where I've been or where I haven't because there's no map.
Yeah, I ended up having to. I think for the ghost guns, a couple of.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting.
I believe I looked on the walkthrough for that, so I could find them all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time my Mass Effect game, my maps like wouldn't work unless I'm on the Citadel. Like it drove me crazy. Like it's like no map available, no map available. You don't get a map.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell is this? I remember last time when I played this, I had maps. So why don't I have maps now? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't bothered to look it up or like find out why.
The maps are DLC. No, I don't know.
I will say, from the sound of it, the Wolfenstein stealth seems to make a lot more sense than one element of stealth on that Castlevania 2.
Yeah.
You disguise yourself as a rat.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. But when you sneak up behind people after you've used the rat for stuff, that bit's cool. But when you sneak up behind people in your vampire form, you can possess them. The part that's funny is when he possesses them, they then start to walk like all over the fucking place like zombies and shit. And I'm like, you know how to walk. This guy knew how to walk. And the best part is you walk past like a mech suit or like a big MacGyver mech suit and a gun, going like having a fucking apoplectic fit, and the guy's just like standing there like, yeah, this is normal. I'm not gonna check to see if he's fine. This is normal.
That's Tom. He's like that.
Yeah,
No, like,
he's just had an off day.
But one other thing I liked in Murdered Soul Suspect was that the collectibles actually kind of did something. Like if you got all of a set, it would like give you a video or a story, and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. So it feeds my OCD having to pick up all this stuff.
Yeah, I like the little videos. I like those little videos you got. And
Yeah, those
depending
are
on
cool.
depending on which ones you got, some of those I like the fact they could help out with the mission. Because some of them, if you got them at the right time, if that makes sense, they'd show you a clip of what you're about to just solve now, and it's like extended a little bit, so it made it a little easier to find some stuff.
Oh, nice. But yeah, that's I believe you recommended people playing it, and I
did.
would definitely back that up because it was a pretty cool game. Kind of short, because I played it like a day and a half. You know, a little bit as much as I could. It was longer than I thought. Because like Ninja Turtles the week before, I think I beat it in like 2.5 hours or something. But for Murdered, it was. I think I was playing it at least 6 or 7, and I only got about halfway. So.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was kind of short. It has some problems. I'm not gonna say it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun. I like that game.
I like
Yeah.
where you could be
Although,
cat.
before we go
And
on to
yes,
the
you can be a
topic,
cat.
I did have a question for Rick. Is Mega Man Battle Network worth picking up?
Is it like the DS ones?
Game Boy Advanced.
Oh yeah. Those are pretty good. They're more RPG-y. So like you get
Yes.
into random
something-
fights and you move on the grid and stuff. But
Yeah, so like tactical RPG, and
Yeah.
you went along, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. Apparently, it's all self-contained, and I was like, that actually looked kind of cool. Apparently, the one I thought really looked cool, people said was shit,
Mm-hmm.
which was Mega Man Battle Chips, I want to say.
Okay.
It looked similar, but it looked like
Right.
Pokemon. We had to collect these chips and fight with it.
Well, I know in the I think I don't know if it's all the Battle Network games, but I remember that they actually had chips that were like the attacks you could do.
Yeah, this is set in the same world. It's just apparently this is shit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, I'll go to the. I'll ask about the Battle Networks, because over here, I don't know about over there, on Wii U, they've got a massive sale up on a load on character games, and they're the characters from like 4 random characters from Smash Brothers, and apparently they're gonna do that multiple times. This time, one of them's Mega Man, so like Mega Man Battle Network and some of the old school Mega Mans are really fucking cheap now.
Do you know which? Is it just Battle Network 1?
Battle Network 1, because 2's not on there yet.
Okay.
But they
'Cause
have one, Battle
Yeah.
Chips, and a load of the other, like Mega Man 1, 2, and stuff.
Because I played, I want to say 3 and 4 of Battle Network.
Nice.
Basically, like I wanted to play it, and then they released a version where you could get Proto Man's powers, and I'm like, and like in the Battle Network universe, Proto Man is basically a fusion of Zero and Proto Man, which makes him fucking awesome. So I was like, yeah, I want that power. So I think there was like 2 versions, like Pokemon is like this one you can be like Proto Man, the other one I don't even know. I was like, that version, and you could like get the shield and shit. And
Nice.
so I started there, and I actually really liked that game. I believe I beat it. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I think so though, but that was a cool game.
I will warn you the kind of semi-obvious thing. If you go to get it, because I watched the trailer for it, and it showed the actual gameplay and stuff, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
On the screen, on the TV, it looked like shit.
Yeah, because it's a GBA game.
On the gamepad screen, though, it looked great. So if you were gonna look to see if your store had that as well and stuff, yeah, you might want to play that off TV.
I heard that for the Final Fantasy X remake, because they're like, well, it was a PS2 game. You can't really HD a whole lot of it, and they're like, it looks okay on the PS3, like a big screen, but on the Vita, they said it was really nice because it was because like the HD, like because it was smaller, it looked crisper. And I was
Can I
like,
just say, they're idiots.
Uh-huh.
It's a PS2 game, so you can't really make it look HD.
Yeah.
It says Square Enix, the ones that this year are currently bringing out Kingdom Hearts 2.5, because Kingdom Hearts 1.5 was released by them in HD and looked pretty damn sweet.
Yeah. Well, also like Jack and Daxter, those were PS2 games, so at least.
Yeah, they were, but I was just like,
Yeah,
Square Enix has actually done it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I heard, was that it didn't look neat. It wasn't as big an upgrade as like some of the other ones I don't recall offhand.
Fair enough. That's a cool.
Like Street Fighter 2 HD remix, like that looks a lot different than freaking like 1992 arcade machine graphics.
No, that's how I remember those graphics.
Oh, those did look cool. I mean, sprites hold up, so I think the old Street Fighter ones look cool.
I don't know.
The HD remix I thought looks good.
I've never been fond of sprites. I much prefer Cokes.
I like Sprite, but it's so bad on teeth that I haven't had any in like 20 years.
But, I believe
That was your random comment for today.
Yeah. I believe we're on our topic, which is
Yes.
Gamescom. From I believe it was in Germany, Gamescom,
Yes.
which is pretty cool.
Always
So
in Germany.
it's always in Germany.
I thought so, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I thought it was.
You're thinking of Poland.
No, isn't it? Isn't Germany always in Poland? The other way around.
Hey, look, Rick.
History.
I had a friend once. It didn't work out.
I had an invasion once. It didn't work out. That needs to be a meme. Just something, and then it didn't work out.
Where? And speaking of the war, since we're actually making jokes about the war and stuff, where's my Nazi Empires and where's my Nazi Warriors 7 Empire game?
I think I mentioned this before, but my friend always wanted a Revolutionary War one. So you like have George Washington, and he has like an axe and stuff, and I was like, dude, I'd play that. And just even have like time skips just so you can play as like Abe Lincoln, and like fucking like missiles come out of his hat or something. Like that'd be so cool.
Nice. Abe Lincoln with a canoe.
Abe Lincoln, Troop Hunter.
But I do have a hilarious video to show you soon if you haven't already seen it. But I'll show you after that we go to record. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. But we're going to go round table with this and just talk about one thing we saw or was announced or whatever at Gamescom. And I'll kick it off first with the tiniest news I had. Donald Duck has officially been announced for Disney Infinity 2.0. He has his own trailer, and you can use him in Toy Box mode.
Cool.
He should have had a level, like Quack level.
Yeah.
Or at least gave him a level that then Mickey Mouse from the first one would have been compatible with.
Yes, that would be cool, actually. Now I'm sad. Is that like Donald Duck? Wow, Donald Duck's like one of their top dudes, and he doesn't even get a level.
Mickey didn't get a level.
I know, and that's fucking weird. Like he was like a special promo for a while. I'm like, what? Like, I was hoping maybe because it was Sorcerer Mickey, there'd be like a regular Mickey, but yeah, it's weird that like that doesn't have a level.
Yeah, like I said, it's weird that Wreck-It Ralph can't enter other people's stages.
Once you said that originally, like way back when, you're like, he should be able to jump in everyone. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then I was almost offended that he couldn't. Like, no, you had one job, Disney Infinity.
Oh god. But that was my smallest news. It's up to you or Pew Pew, whichever one wants to go next, or take us away.
I'll go if Richter doesn't want to go again.
No, I'll go this time. I don't know.
Okay.
Now, kids, you can both go.
Now, you're both
awkward. That'd just be awkward if you both started to speak at the same time with different news.
Well, just a small thing. I believe this was during Gamescom. But they said for Destiny that you also go to Mars now. So not only Earth and the Moon, now you go to Mars.
The chocolate?
Yes. That'd be funny if there was like a chocolate factory as a joke, but I think that game takes itself too seriously to do that.
Well, when you go to
Mars and bring back some bars, yeah.
When you go to Mars, do you get John Carter powers?
Oh, that'd be so... Well, don't you already kind of have John Carter powers? I mean, one has like a ground slam, and you do get like a double jump. I don't... Maybe you fight John Carter and a princess. Oh, now... Damn it. I've just set up unrealistic expectations for that game now.
Yeah, and a little short dude in green armor that just speaks like this. He's my Yeti.
He's... Nice. But okay, go ahead, Stacy.
Alright, I don't really have any small news, but this is the smallest one. Alienation. I don't know if you heard of that. It was unveiled in Gamescom. Basically, it sounds a lot like the other Aliens game, which is 4-player co-op. Pretty much look for clues, together different classes. Although this one says, like, the threat is not to be underestimated. Mass defense will rely on twin-stick mastery of the third kind. I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
I don't either,
Yeah.
but it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the separating thing, make it different than everything else. So, but it says you can also go solo, so that's cool.
Nice.
Because I always like me some solo when I have no one to play with, which is often.
Oh, I'm going solo right now. Rick, could you pass the Kleenex?
Yeah. It was made by the same people who made. Where is it?
Never heard of Where Is It? Is that on PS4?
Okay, I made Resogun, Dead Nation, and Stardust HD.
I have played the Dead Nation one.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
play
played that in
Stardust.
Stardust. And I have Resogun, but I don't have a PS4, so it'll be a while before I can play that game.
That's a point. I've had that one as well. Resogun. I did, but I haven't actually played it. All I did was build a ship that looked like my head, and then giggle and turn it off.
It's kind of amazing.
So it's your game of the year this year, is what you're saying?
Yes. Under the spoiler for next month, under the category of games in which you made your own head, that may be a contender.
So that is my tiny news.
Nice. I'll admit, I just kicked off with the tiny news just to start because that was the most boring on my list. But next bit of news, which is one of the bigger ones, which I was actually excited for, the Tomorrow Children.
Yes.
It was one of the most cryptic things, as everyone said, to come out of Gamescom. And yeah, it had a trailer, and it's weird in a really great way. It's a PS4 exclusive, apparently. It's an experience that gives the player absolute freedom. You can defend a small town totally from annihilation from nightmare creatures, or you can spend hours by yourself building an elaborate tunnel system. It's entirely up to you. At the base level, I suppose it's what you want in the game. It's a sandbox. You can be all gung-ho, so you can be fighting all the time in the game if you want to, or you can be quietly adventuring into islands, finding treasure and exploring and digging out tunnels, helping other players. It's really up to you. And it goes on to say, basically, it's a post-apocalyptic world. This particular apocalypse occurred in 1960s, where a group of Soviet scientists attempted to combine all of human consciousness into one, but went terribly wrong. It also combined all of humanity physically, melding them into the substance that now engulfs is the sum of all human consciousness. And it says, you enter the world around 100 years after the disaster. A few remaining scientists have created you, one in a fleet of clones, to go out into the hazardous void, save more humans, who are collected in the form of Russian dolls, and rebuild society. And since this timeline is diverged in the 1960s, that means rebuilding it upon those Marxist ideals. The Russian influence lends the game's atmosphere, but also justifies many of its underlying systems too. Like, there's a Ministry of Labour which rewards you with funds based on your daily actions. The game's cycle is still being finalised, it says here, but it's between 15 and 20 minutes. Also a black market where you can purchase special items. And yeah, they went on with how it was like Russian based, of what they believed and stuff. Like,
Right.
each one of us is like a drone. And you can go with your friends into the tunnels and just start pickaxing all day to try and generate stuff to help build up the world. There's also the stuff of the more you save people and the bigger your world becomes, the more needs that need to be met for those people. So after a while, you're kind of not going to want to be saving people, but you kind of feel you have to. So it's sort of that balance too, which I like that. It looked pretty cool, and it's not as dark and gritty as you'd expect a post-apocalyptic world. It's actually kind of colourful and looks oddly charming. I wasn't sure if that was one of the ones you'd looked at the trailer for, but I liked how it looked. It's sort of like Minecraft meets Little Big Planet meets, I think someone else said meets Spark.
That does sound actually really cool. It's like, well, you can build up your town, or you can just kind of go get resources.
Or just go kill shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it said something like you can put up turrets and stuff
Nice.
to like defend your town. I'm like, neat.
That does sound pretty cool.
They
So-
had like no release date, right? Or like window, like 2016 or something. Did they say?
I didn't see a release date.
Okay. I imagine they didn't. I just wondered. So.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if it was.
Because like No Man's Sky, that just sounds like one of those ones where you get the system and you just play that. Like that, it's worth the system. All right, so I'll jump into another small one that I had. That they Masahiro Sakurai, one of the people working, or like I guess the head guy, pretty much working on new Smash Brothers, showed one of Samus's new costume where she's in like a bathing suit, kind of, or she has like I guess like maybe it's like a sports set because she has like a sports bra on and like little boy shorts, and it's like, wow, you found a way to put her in less than the Zero suit, so it's like a negative suit. I don't know, but it actually looks kind of cool. Although she still has those boots. They somehow look less jarring. I don't know why. Maybe because it's black on blue, where the other one was like, the Zero suit's like that awful greenish blue color.
To be fair, I think I want to see her wearing just those boots.
There you go.
And I'm
But yeah,
kidding.
he also he stressed that a female helped create it or something, I guess, to try and not get internet hate.
Yeah, to try and make it not sound like this is sexist. Which means
Yeah.
I totally believe Mario and Link are going to get Speedo costumes. They have to balance it, right?
Yes, I think Luigi should have one first.
You should have a
Because that'd be
Speedo
fun.
and the crotch should just be a Death Star.
Yes, it should. And instead of zooming in on his face, it just zooms in on his crotch, which already has it.
Yeah, every time he hits you, it's like, mhm.
That should be his final smash. He just rams him into the wall and just like runs by and just zooms in on the Speedo's death stare.
I'll say, yeah, it does sound kind of, in my opinion, it sounds kind of sexist. It's like, the Zero suit, okay, I can tolerate it because it made sense and it looks pretty cool. Putting them in like gyms, it's like, oh, this is the fight in which Samus forgot her kit, so she had to get it out the bin.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm like,
You can't even like. I wouldn't even think that she wears anything under the Zero suit. So you couldn't even say like, oh well, the Zero suit came off. This is her less than Zero suit. Like no, she came out of the gym and she's like, oh crap, I'm in Hyrule now. Pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
No time to shower. Gotta shoot Link in the face.
Unless, is it possible this could be a costume swap and show something that could come into the game?
Yeah,
Because from the sounds of it, it sounds like a costume swap between.
Yeah.
Like she's dressed as Wii Fit Trainer.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Oh, that would actually be really cool.
So I was thinking like Wii Fit Trainer could get like, I don't know, a Princess Peach costume.
That'd be cool.
I might be looking too far into. Hopefully, there's a reason for this.
Mega Man and Samus's armor. Done.
Can Ganondorf have the Zero suit costume?
Imagine if Sonic gets a Mega Man armor and Mega Man gets spikes.
Mega Man gets a Pac-Man head. Pac-Man gets overalls. And Mario gets spikes. He gets a blue spiky hat.
Pac-Man turns pink. So now he looks like Kirby.
Yes. I know there's no story mode, but I think if there was, they should have a part where Kirby and Pac-Man team up.
They
Just
should
start
have-
eating everything.
They should have a scene where Kirby goes, absorbs Pac-Man, and Pac-Man eats his way out of Kirby's belly. Like, from the inside. Bursts out like a face hugger.
That should be the end of the credits as Kirby starts sucking and Pac-Man goes to eat him, and he sucks him in as he's biting him, and it just stops, and there's an explosion, and then it just starts over. Like, that ends the universe. Those two trying to eat each other. Reality cannot handle it. And it's like, restart. Okay.
Yeah.
Press start to continue. What just happened?
But how about you, Pew Pew?
The next one I have is Until Dawn. That is the horror immersion game on the PS4. Basically, it seems like it has both psychological horror and with puzzles. And they said some parts were kind of like Saw, but not the first Saw, not like all the shitty ones. So they said it's kind of like the first Saw. Yeah, just to let you know, I'm talking about not the graphic, gore in your face, traps, blah blah blah, but like.
No, you're talking about gore in your face, blah 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 blah, trapped with a little bit of a story.
Yeah, what they're talking about is kind of like you're kind of in a horribly desperate situation, and yeah, there's some visually unpleasant things, but it's more about like, how the fuck am I going to get out of here?
You just described anyone attending one of your dinner parties.
Darn it! It's not my fault. It was the cooking, which I did make, but it's still my not fault. Anyway, so that's really cool too. Also, there's a lot of choices in the game. It says where you can actually choose who lives or dies, so I kind of like that. Because what if you have that one, asshole who keeps making so much noise and keeps, getting fucking people killed? Man, he's next on the line. I'm tripping him.
That game also has a butterfly effect.
Yeah, stuff affects, other stuff and keeps going down multiple storylines.
Yeah, but I don't just mean that Stace. From what they were saying, because I saw that game before when I was talking to you, is they mentioned your character can die.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, but I mean, when they kill your character, you then become another character, and that person's death and how they died will affect the way this character reacts, and also with what you will see from, let's say that the villain's chopped off their head, let's say, for example. Then you go into that room, you will see a decapitated head on the floor, or you'll see the blood everywhere. And they mentioned it like a butterfly effect of, if you do something here, it can affect the game later down the line just because of how you've done it. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Which I think was pretty awesome, because it seems like all what horror movies are supposed to be rather than what they are. that kind of made me happy. So, and a lot of them, they said there's a lot of, when I was playing when I was watching the movie Insidious, there's a lot of, don't go in there, don't look that way, I don't want to, kind of stuff like that. And they said there's a lot of that in here, so that's what I'm looking forward to. A lot of just make you supposed to be uncomfortable, you don't want to do it, you don't want to be a part of this, you just want to get the fuck out,
See, me and you must have bought different films. I bought the movie Insidious, and it turned out to just be a Star Wars porno.
What? I don't think so.
If anyone out there likes Star Wars, you please tell me you got the joke Insidious.
I mean, the demon guy could kind of be sort of construed as Darth Maul, but that's the only Star Wars thing.
The Emperor is called the Emperor in Star Wars. He's called Darth Sidious.
Oh.
Insidious.
Oh, okay.
Now you see what I did there.
I see what you did there. Because I'm like, there's a child in that movie. He's like the main star. What kind of porno is this? So I was like, this is really weird.
The kind Pee Wee Herman enjoys.
Apparently, because you kind of frightened me there for a little bit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to know. Like,
To be fair, I did start off with me and you bought two different films, because I said yours seemed to be that film, mine seemed to be a Star Wars porno.
okay, I was wondering if you kind of were. Okay, it's all good.
Anyway, my next one is I think Rick will probably get more of a kick at this. Hellblade.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you've seen that game.
no, not that I remember.
It's a brand new IP. It's not a sequel to absolutely anything they've made the point of saying. Made by Ninja Theory, who did games, obviously, like, sadly, the new DMC, but they've also done other games that are good. And it says that it says it's going to, like the games they've done in the past, like, I don't know, a Heavenly Sword or something like that. It's basically going to be a, what do you call it, like slasher mob or whatever the hell they describe it as. It says the game will feel and looks like a AAA title, but it'll be much smaller, lower priced, and delivered independently. The teaser trailer for it shows a female character, likely the game's protagonist, covered in war paint, as a series of voices narrates with threats. And they said it won't be a Sony exclusive, but it will come out on the PS4 before any other platform.
Woo!
It's also coming to PC. No.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming it'll come on Xbox One and stuff later. They do, but I like the fact
Possibly.
they stress the fact. Look, it's coming on PS4 first, but it's not exclusive. It will come out on other stuff.
They're like, everyone, calm your panties down. No Tomb Raider incident here.
Yeah, we don't want to know for Tomb Raider. Although I did see something with that, which fucking made me facepalm. Saw a petition online, and people are actually selling T-shirts with the phrase "Free Lara Croft."
Tell Marcus to calm down. It'll be
Exactly.
on his system
Yeah, and I'm like,
he was like, I was kind of unhappy about that. I'm like, well, then you deal with it.
yeah, I'm like, I can understand doing stuff like that. For example, the big one, Free Tibet.
Yeah.
Free Lara Croft.
Yeah.
She's not even held hostage.
You just go to them and be like, you realize she's not, like, real, right? And the guy's like, huh? And just his face melts like he stared into the Ark of the Covenant or whatever. He just can't handle it.
That's not true. Lara Croft's totally real. I saw her with Brad Pitt.
No, it never had. No. The first movie was okay. I never saw the second.
Yeah, I thought those films were okay. They weren't good, but they were okay.
Yeah.
they were more enjoyable than Doom.
I don't know,
or
dude. Like,
Legend of Chung-Li.
Yeah, Doom wasn't that good, but I did like the first-person sequence. So there was like a 5-minute sequence that I really liked. The rest of it was no good, but I did like that part.
I like the 5-minute sequence. I also argued to someone, in my opinion, that should have been an entire first-person shooter film.
Yeah,
that would have been amazing.
I would have watched that.
Yeah, like you'd get the elements of like the Blair Witch Project or Cloverfield or Chronicle, all these found footage films.
Yeah.
But with the added benefit of it all being HD and stuff, well, it wouldn't be quite HD, and I'm not sure if eyes can produce HD, but yeah, it would be close. You know what I mean? It'd look good because it'd be through their eyes. It'd be pretty cool. And then, like, if the actor needs screen time, just include the room of mirrors. But I believe it's up to you, Rick.
Oh, right. Oh.
Okay, this one's kind of big. I don't know if anyone else is taking it, but they also, after it showed, there was a demo on the PS4 called PT, which was discovered later to be basically a teaser. Huh?
I'm sorry, you said PT, but I'm telling you the T stands for troll.
Oh, which was a teaser for Kojima and Guillermo del Toro's Silent Hills. Sounds pretty cool that like no one knew what it was, and it seems like it's pretty random to beat the game. Like people are doing all this other crazy stuff, and people are swearing you have to plug in headphones to beat it, and some people are like, oh, I just left the game for an hour and then I got the ending, and some people are like, I'm wandering around, but it sounds pretty creepy.
Yeah, it's
The first,
PT,
like-
doesn't it stand for playable trailer?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't like. Okay, there's some number in the game where I don't know. I saw it somewhere, but and if people Google it or someone Googled it and it goes to some site called like Plant Transplant or something like that, or Plant Transport or PT,
Nice.
and yeah. So I don't even know. It seems like they went all crazy with this, just throw in cryptic stuff to get. See, like that's good viral marketing, I think.
Yeah.
Put in all this stuff that people have to figure out, and then just throw it up there as secret, and then.
See,
word of mouth and stuff.
I'll admit, I don't like the name Silent Hills.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, just it's Silent Hill and then give it a title or something. It's like Resident Evils. I'm like, no.
Yeah, put a subtitle or a number. Wait, don't.
Yeah, I don't like the S. I don't know why it's
Fast and Furious. You just removed those.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a case of with like the only reason I mentioned playable trailer is just a slight mention. My brother's been playing that on his PS4.
Uh-huh.
And he went to Facebook and was like, I totally love that new demo that was on PlayStation Store, PT. When's the game actually coming out? When's that going to get a full game now? I can't see where to pre-order it. And people were like, oh, you noob. PT stands for playable trailer. And I'm like, that's kind of a douchey attitude. It's not. There's no way for everyone to know that.
Yeah, it just says PT. Well, I mean, isn't it listed under PT? So I would think that was.
Yeah, it's listed under demos and then PT. You'd think that was the fucking. You'd know.
Yeah, but then the internet happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of
Speaking
random shit, though. Even I played it, and you just gotta fuck around and then leave it for like 6 hours, and then something happens, and then like just press like you know like on those old like NES games where you literally like press X on still. It's like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I'm literally pressing like everything, and sometimes what really fucked me up is that you press the R3 to look at things, so not only are you pressing X at everything, but you have to also, after you press X on every single possible physical thing, you hold an R3 and zoom, and then press X on every possible thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have to do both of those things, because if you look at it and press X, or you zoom and look at it and press X, those are two completely different things.
Oh, wow.
So, kind of...
To be fair, stuff that's basically an interactive movie or trailer or something, it can be pretty good, because slight spoiler alert, I know next month for our awards under Best RPG, Richter Hammer is totally going to go with Dragon's Lair, where you just have to press left and right to move.
Wow.
I'm not sure if anyone remembers that. Where you had to
I do remember that in Space Ace.
Yeah. I had that I used to have that on PS2.
Nice.
It wasn't a PS2 game, I am aware of that, but one of the PlayStation magazines here then ported it onto a DVD that you could play on the PS3.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool. But
well, one other thing I was going to throw in there, is I thought this was kind of neat. But there's a radio in the game, and people figured out, or at least they think that it's Swedish. And if you translate what is being said into Swedish, it tells all this stuff, but basically one part of it says the radio drama from 75 years ago is true, and about 75 years ago was the War of the Worlds one, so people think it might have to do with aliens. And I'm like, that's actually kind of neat.
Nice.
That's cool. I never would have figured that out, but...
How do you translate Swedish, though? Isn't it all just Bork?
I assume.
Bork.
Ricky.
Yeah, that's how they speak. They have to. But,
this is how the world works.
Yeah. But over to Pew.
Alright.
How many more bits of news does everyone have left? I got one.
I have one more.
Yeah, one more.
That's worked out nicely.
Alright. The last one I have is Life is Strange. This is really interesting because, I don't know, Life is Strange for me, so...
This is really interesting because, I don't know.
Because it exists. Sorry.
Yeah, because it exists. Game of the year.
So basically, you have like this gothic girl, like, and she's got her friend who has the blue hair, and you're the submissive one, and she is the dominant one. And I'm saying personalities, not like relationship-wise, but just I think they obviously made you the submissive one, so you can put your character on it, and you'll imprint it on it more. But pretty much, you got this badass like chick who goes around and helps you and stuff, and you can like rewind time, so you can like either get her approval, not her approval, get your parents' approval, and like based on all your decisions and stuff, and like see all the little like choices and effects all your choices have. Like there's like as an example, there's one scene here that says in the article where she goes and smokes pot and her parents get pissed at her and yell at her. Well, you can rewind the clock and say either A, not smoke pot probably, or B, or blame it on somebody else or something, or where you got it from or whatever. And there's a bunch of stuff like that. Little mini choices, but you can keep like I like doing both. This is great for me because now I don't have to choose because I can have all the choices. Can I keep rewinding over and over again? I can have everything.
Except for life.
Oh, fuck off. And they said it's reminiscent of Remember Me, but hopefully there's no god awful fighting in it. So that would be really awesome.
Wasn't it made by the people that Remember Me?
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, I thought it was made by them. I heard it was made by the people that did Remember Me, but it's more reminiscent of the Telltale series.
Yeah.
Just with the time travel thing, if they've now changed the dynamic of what this is.
Yeah.
Which is totally cool. I'd check that out.
So yeah, the two stories of two teenage girls.
Nice. My last thing from Gamescom that interested me. I think I've mentioned this on this before. If not, it was around the pound. It was one of the two. Made by BioWare. They officially announced Shadow Realms. It's similar in design to Evolve and Fable Legends. Shadow Realms is a PC-only 4v1 online action RPG. So yeah, that. And it says, basically the character, it's set in the modern world, but it features familiar fantasy archetypes to make it easily identifiable to gamers. Although you can customize your character with hundreds of different abilities, special attacks, 4 basic prototypes of weapon wielding, hard-hitting warriors, health restoring, undead destroying clerics, fire and lightning through various extra dimensional realms, and hopefully getting into and taking down a big bad demon at the end. And it does sound pretty cool. I mean, we always think, I know we all know like Knights of the Old Republic and shit that BioWare have done, obviously.
Yes, I knew.
But they have also done dungeon crawlers in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what the name of it was, but I think I had it written down. Their first they did do a dungeon crawler, it mentioned. Yeah, they had done a dungeon crawler before. And they also did like a PC only game called Maxim Shattered Steel. The Maxim's Shattered Steel. And their dungeon crawler was called Neverwinter Nights. But yeah, Shadow Realms. What does everyone think?
That sounds pretty awesome.
Does sound really fun.
Yeah, I will admit, I wasn't sure if I'd mentioned this to you or not, Rick. I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm not getting an Xbox One.
Oh?
Instead, I'm going to buy an Alienware Alpha.
It's
about
Steam box that's not a Steam box.
Yeah, because it's basically almost the same price, if not just a little bit more than an Xbox One. Mm-hmm. But then I'd have the exclusives from the Xbox, because they're on PC. And I would also have PC exclusives too. And I'd be able to play it on my TV and with a control pad. Playing games with a control pad the way God intended. Console master race.
Just because you already got a bunch of Steam games you can't play.
Yep. I have a load of Steam games I can play. I just have a load of Steam games I don't want to play because I'd rather sit down and just play them on the. I'd play them on the TV. But over to Rick to end it all with his last one.
All right, so my last
No
one
pressure.
is no pressure. Well, everyone remember last week talked about Ed Boon and Mortal Kombat X, but they had some more information on there. And he said basically that, I don't know if he said this before, but the game is taking place over the span of like 25 years. So that's why it'll have some older people, and it'll have like Cassie Cage, the daughter of Sonya and Johnny Cage. So like it'll have newer characters for that, and then some of the returning characters. And he also said that it's going to have a fair amount of returning characters, but they also want a lot of new ones, and that just because like your favorite character returning isn't there doesn't mean they won't be, because they are also like similar to Injustice. They're going to have DLC with other characters added, so it's possible that your favorite character might be added even if they're not there.
And
And
Reptiles in there
yeah.
again in his Green
you
Ninja.
should be, yeah.
And number 2, Rick,
Mhm.
you call yourself a fan of Japanese games. Come
Sometimes.
on, it's not Mortal Kombat X, it's Mortal Kombat Cross. Get it right.
Well, yeah, supposedly he did say that, or I've heard from one place that he said that there was going to be console exclusive characters, and he apparently shot down that Kratos was going to be the PS4 one, so I don't know who else they would have in that thing, but I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, so it'd be kind of like Soul Calibur, just
Probably
hopefully better.
Probably Nathan Drake playing like the cop.
Yeah, but do you think that Sony would be okay with getting his head ripped off and stuff?
I would.
I know you would, but I don't know if they would.
Sackboy.
That would
That'd be
be
cool.
awesome.
I would literally die laughing because you could fatality Sackboy. It's like, oh no, so what? The second he's sewn back together, he's fine.
I would want that just because, like, instead of like pulling out a heart, they'd pull out like just a handful of stuffing, and that would look
Yeah.
way funnier than just pulling out a heart.
I'd also love that because based on Sackboy, he should be like Shao Tsung. He'd be able to go zoom and turn into like a scorpion costume version and do the go over here. We're doing now it's a Goro version of Sackboy.
I
That'd be
would take
amazing.
that. But yeah, and he didn't say what characters would be there, but I assume from the Microsoft side, the person that I was, heard talking about it, they were like, it's probably going to be a Killer Instinct character, and I'm like, yeah, that makes the most sense, because especially with Season 2 coming out, and they're trying to push it, I would see that they could do that. Although it probably wouldn't be a character from Season 2. Well, it might be, but
Maybe
like,
it's
yeah,
a
I was
Lara
like,
Croft.
I don't think
She's
they'd want her.
Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think they'd want her dismembered though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there were people that were like, "Yeah, Lara Croft." Like, no, that's
Yeah, she's not even their property. But no,
yeah.
if I was gonna do one off the top of my head for each one,
hmm
for Sony, I'd probably go with Cole, or as much as I don't like him, not Cole. Whatever his name is from the last Infamous, because come on, he's got
Right.
like you could use like the Raiden style electric powers and shit like that, but
Yeah.
he'd have do them in a different way, so that'd be kind of cool. I don't know who you'd have. It's probably not gonna come on Wii U, is it?
I don't think so.
Because if it did, I so wanted Link or
That would be
Samus.
cool. See.
Why is Samus funny? Having powers too would be awesome. Boom.
It'd just be funny cutting off the front of that. It just has like bone structure, and you're like, wait, but she's smart. Never mind. Like they just treat that as the character, that it's not like powered armor. So like all the parts are like the bones are in different places.
Yeah. And the fatality, you rip open the suit, you see it's a woman, and then your head explodes.
Yeah, they're like staring at their hands, and it has flashbacks of them as a kid playing the original Metroid and like Super Metroid,
Yeah.
and then they just can't handle it.
I will say a Killer Instinct character for Xbox would make a lot of sense,
Yes.
but personally, I wouldn't want that.
hmm Because they're already in a fighting game.
Yeah, same reason that I felt cheapened when PlayStation got the Tekken guy in
Yeah.
Soul Calibur. I'm like, but no, that's not how this works. I think Master Chief would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or the guy from Rise.
Guy from Rise, that could actually work.
Yeah,
The only thing is that usually the characters they put in though are like there's a reason that they do it. Usually like to push awareness of a different thing. So I don't think there's a sequel to Rise. So I don't like that would be a good choice, but I don't know if they do that. Master Chief, since there is the Halo collection and Halo 5, I could see that.
What about some Slicers from Bioshock? That would make sense ripping out Orions.
Yeah, but those aren't exclusive. So I don't know. Well, I guess they didn't say exclusive, just a character from it. So
yeah, they just if it's just a character in general, like consoles exclusive ones, it'd be weird if they went with third-party choices. Like, one of you gets the assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Another one of you gets Dante.
You'd buy that game if you could mutilate him, though. I
would. I would if you were okay mutilating him, not in the same way they did with Kratos, where a lot of fatalities didn't work.
Mm.
I'm not sure if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
Like Melina's, where she goes, and eats your face, and then decapitates you type thing. On Kratos, she just goes, bites him and throws him to the floor. I'm like, where's the head ripping? Oh, Kratos can't die. But why the fuck did you put him in this?
Well, I'm thinking that maybe that's why they said Kratos isn't coming back, because maybe they they're probably like, oh, we'll do that, and then Sony's like, yeah, you can put Kratos in, and then they're like, oh, and we can do this and this, and they're like, no, you can't rip off his face, and like, oh. It's kind of too late to just say no, so okay, we'll do that concession this time, but next time we're not. We're gonna ahead of time be like, no, the person has to get fucked up.
His level was awesome, though. His stage and some of his moves were awesome. That bit was just a shame.
Well, actually, what the person that I was listening to, they said that they thought the Predator could work as like a guest character, not from a console perspective, but since they had Freddy Krueger, like, why not the Predator? And I'm like, that'd be freaking cool.
That would be. And why not? It was in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Along with Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Which would also work because they had Jason.
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine Aliens and Predator in Mortal Kombat.
That'd be pretty cool.
Jason and Freddy.
And that'd be so weird.
It'd be so weird, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, what a strange and wonderful world we live in.
I kind of want one character to get Duke Nukem. Just because I kind of want to use his... I want to use Duke Nukem, I want to use his fatality and just hail to the king, baby. And also, he gets his own type of fatality no one else gets. If he's against a female one and you do it, he gets sexuality.
I would want it from Duke Nukem 3D. I'd want a fatality where he rips their head off and shits down their neck.
Yes. I would literally
just be like, shut up, take my money.
That would be pretty amazing.
But no, that did sound like cool news, Rick.
Yay.
I believe everyone's run out, which means yay. And next week will be the last week before our special. Remember that, people. Last week is the last week before we start our reward month. And our topic next week, I'm gonna go with. We had hilarious video game misconceptions and stuff. How about if we go with hilarious gamers rules? I.e., what do gamers do that's so fucked up, stupid that it isn't actually, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't work in real life.
Oh. Okay.
I think that'd be fun, like how gamers think. I think that we could probably make a whole topic out of that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I keep pressing A, but the door in front of me won't open. I have to actually lift it open myself.
Yeah.
Like, what is this shit?
But I was your host, Chriz, aka Mole, joined by Anastasia, the Pew Pew, Lazerbeam, And Richter, the stay-at-home dad gamer hammer.
Yay.
See ya.